In 2011, Mary had her child taken away from her after a violent outburst. During attacking her child, she believed that her child was but an imposter of her real child. This was not a psychotic outburst. This is an actual disorder and syndrome called Capgras. Capgras is a hallucinatory and delusional disorder that causes a person to lose their grip on reality and believe that someone they love is really a replica. To bring light to that situation, I created a little demonstration. This says, who is this? A, your mother. B, someone impersonating your mother. C, a sick person impersonating the person impersonating your mother. Hopefully you chose A. This is your mother. About 0.12% of the population suffer from this syndrome, and that's roughly about 9,392,400 people, or half the population of New York. After extensive research, I have found that this disorder is severe and dangerous. It can cause you to lose your perception of reality, and it can be violent, as well as uncurable. The hallucinations are convincing to a violent point. I read a very disturbing case written by Farhana J. of a 24-year-old man who had Capgras and convinced himself that his mother was an imposter and beat her, only until he concluded that she wasn't an imposter. He did not do that. He did not do that. And he also thought that he raped his girlfriend, and he did not do that. It has been confirmed that he did not do these actions, but either way, he was convinced to the point of committing or attempting suicide. And after one particularly bad failed attempt, he had to get a medical procedure. And during the medical help, he saw and heard doctors that weren't really there. Capgras causes unreliable evaluations and hallucinations, and in Farhana J's writings, I read of a 74-year-old who believed that her husband was actually her long-deceased father, returned from the grave. She believed that she saw him return from the grave and would not even let him inside the house. Talk about sleeping on the couch. It reminds me of a drawing I did. It says, that's not my husband, that's someone else. And sadly, people with Capgras actually believe that this person that they love is not really their loved one. It's not a funny joke, and it's not a cartoon. People with Capgras can physically evaluate where they are and who they are with, but they cannot make the emotional connection to the person. They cannot fully comprehend and evaluate who that person actually is, and instead can only see their outside shell. This creates a false identification and a possible hallucination issue. Capgras is very rare and needs specific symptoms in a psychological evaluation to be considered even remotely related to Capgras. Capgras is usually misdiagnosed, according to Tejas, the author of She Is Not My Mother, as a stroke, a central nervous disorder, a tumor, a hemorrhage, a B12 deficiency, a hypothyroidism, epilepsy, or dementia. According to Matthew Pereira, Mary from earlier was given risperidone, 2 micrograms to be exact, and that didn't work, so they doubled it. They doubled the amount, and it still did not help poor Mary. Antipsychotics and cholinesterase inhibitors ease some of the issue and horror that comes with having Capgras, but it does not cure it. These people still believe in this false reality that they have created, and that these people that they love are not really the people that they love. Capgras is a hallucinatory disorder that causes a person to lose their grip on reality. These people are convinced that the people they love are imposters, and it can be a terrible and horrible reality for these people. It's not just a dream for them, it is a reality. This is a serious and dangerous issue, and if you know anybody remotely with any symptoms of Capgras, I'd suggest you stay away for your own safety.